To the studio.
Yeah, well, he certainly brought in the studio here. Thierry, welcome to BBC Introducing.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
It's great. I really enjoyed your tracks, but first of all, before we get into the chat with you, you've got to shout out the team you brought with you. They're all here in the studio.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the gang. This is a gang. This is PUREFIRE behind me. I'm sorry you guys can't see it, but this is the way radio works. I've got DJ Pure, who's my oldest musician friend and long time friend. We've got Joe Fire here as well, who's going to bless you with something, and we've got Rowdy here as well. And we've got his wife Ashley here as well. Big up Ashley. Don't forget Ashley. So yeah. We brought the family down.
Excellent stuff. We're doing a great job. So where did it all start for you then? What got you into all this?
It started with DJ Pure. To be honest, I remember we was in a youth club, and somebody dared me to do the vocals on Notorious B.I.G. tune, Notorious Thugs. Now, if you know the song, it's one of his double time songs. The lyrics are really quick, so on and so forth. So I said, yeah, I can do it. Anyway, I did it, and then he said, do it again. And I did it again, and then DJ Pure comes up to me and goes, bro, come to my house Saturday, we're doing a set. Now, I didn't know what a set was at that point, but ever since that day, 25 years ago, solid 25 years ago now, this is the culmination of it. So it was only right to bring the one of the day ones here with me as well. So
but that sounds like a baptism of fire.
yeah, absolutely.
Pure fire, man.
He gave me the microphone. He gave me
Literally.
the microphone and said, "There you go." And I was like, "What the hell do I do with this?" But ever since then, it's been a learning curve. It's been, grinding and working on the craft and getting the lyrics right and sitting in the pockets and metaphors and entendres and double rhymes and all of that type of stuff that we do without even realising that we're doing it. So yeah.
I do love your wordsmithery and the kind of the lyricism and the images that you play with.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it, is basically just trying to, because ultimately the way I see it is, we are artists ultimately, and art comes in all types of forms. Now, you get landscape artists who will draw something absolutely spectacular, but you can see that. So now, how do I create that imagery in your head using words? And that's the game, and that's the. If you can see it, then I've won.
Yeah. The rap scene is really diverse. I mean, we do play a lot of rap artists. A real kind of range of music. Where do you see yourself fitting into it?
That's a funny one, because do you know what? I feel like I'm just a normal guy, basically. And there's a lot of stories out there. Like you said, rap scene is really, really diverse. People will find what they want to hear, ultimately, and everyone's got a story to tell. And again, it goes back to being able to create those images and using the wordplay and so on and so forth. Sometimes the most simple bar can stick with someone because it reminded them of a certain time when they went through something, or so on and so forth. So it's just utilising those little elements and making sure that all those little elements are in the music, and then we can slot in wherever we slot in.
Yeah, and of course, working as an independent artist comes with its own joys and delights and challenges.
Yeah. I think we as a group all know how difficult it is as independent artists. We're out here trying to secure bookings and get shows and get on BBC, for an example. So opportunities like this mean a lot to us. So thank you, Melita. We feel really blessed to be here, and your team as well. They've been fantastic. But yeah, it is hard work. There's a lot of steps that go into the final product that people don't see. I've got a track coming out soon. Joe Fire's got a track coming out soon. Rowdy's got an album coming out soon. The amount of work we've done to get these to release ready, you wouldn't start.
Okay, so tell us about the tracks. We've already heard Moonlight and No Words. Tell us a little bit about those.
So Moonlight, I really enjoyed writing Moonlight. I think
very dark.
Yeah, dark, atmospheric, but it's supposed to be like that. The whole concept of Moonlight is that even in those darkest moments, there is still light in the room, and even if it's just the moonlight, that is still light. So darkness is only the absence of light. So ultimately, no matter where you get to in your positions and so on and so forth, and there's a lot of things going on, there is still opportunities that you can carve out of that, and that is an opportunity that I carved out of a dark space, so to speak.
And No Words we just heard.
Yeah. That's I would say that's more me. That's fun. I enjoy that, because that's the moment. And funny enough, No Words, I was actually born because I was just going through a catalogue of all the beats that producers had sent me. and I was just cleaning up some stuff, and I just heard it again. I'd already written a song for it, but it didn't really work. So then I rewrote the song, and then I showed it to my brother, who's probably listening actually, and I showed him a whole host of songs, and he said, "Yeah, this one. This is the one." I was like, "That one, one of them." And I was like, "All right, cool. We'll release that next." So there we
Great.
go.
Well, if your brother is the arbiter of good taste, that's great. We've got an exclusive coming out, and we've got a joint track as well still to come.
Yeah, absolutely. You're getting a big exclusive. We're doing a nice PUREFIRE exclusive for you because it only felt right. It only felt right. You've played the original before. It's back in the room, but that one we're going to do a nice little exclusive for you, definitely.
Excellent. And we've got a track coming up with Joe Fire
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. And Joe Fire's going to do something very special for us to take it home and bring it in.
Nice one. So what are your next plans then for the rest of the year, Terry?
Plans for me? Oh, goodness gracious me. I've got a song coming out end of June. Hopefully, I should get the master back tomorrow. If that comes back tomorrow, then we're on course. And then for me, it is literally, I've got probably about 3 or 4 songs lined up. I don't really have any gigs lined up at the moment, but I'll just take them as they come. So, by the way, if you want to book me, it's TIRITHESEED.com. Give me a shout. Yeah, I'm ready. I can work you into my calendar. It's not a problem. And I'm probably going to be doing some more stuff with the PUREFIRE guys as well. So, and they've got a lot on the calendar. So,
Great. And on your way to the studio here, you had a close encounter with a bit of celebrity.
oh my God, I did, Malia. You won't believe this story. Listen, I was driving down the road, this road that the studio is on right here. And I'm sitting in my car and the window's open and I'm playing music and I'm thinking, where the hell am I going to park this car? And I look out my window and it's Chris Eubank. Big Chris Eubank. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, he goes to me, "Wagwan dreadlocks." I was like, "Yes, Chris Eubank." He said, "Yeah. You want to give me a lift?" So I gave Chris Eubank a lift to wherever he went in Brighton. I've never been to Brighton before. So wherever he went, he gave me a lift and he gave me the wickedest lecture as well. So yeah, big up Chris Eubank.
And you pay
I
me.
hope you told him to listen.
Oh yeah, and he gave me 20 quid and all. Oh my goodness, yeah, I told him to listen in. I don't know whether he is, but big up Chris Eubank if you are listening.
Okay, Chris Eubank, if you're listening, 81333, starting your text with the word
yeah, no, big up Chris Eubank. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. I've got pictures. I'm going to send them across. If you don't believe me, look at these pictures. 100%. Chris Eubank was sat in my car. Like, a whole Chris Eubank was sat in my car. I couldn't believe. You know when you think someone's fake? Like, this is real. This is Chris Eubank, world champion.
BBC, bruv.
Well, TIRITHESEED and friends, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Brilliant. Thank you, Billy.
You
Thank
never
you.
know,
It's been a blessing.
You might
Thank
see
you.
him on the way home and give him another
Yeah,
lift.
I don't know about that. I need to get home. I've got work tomorrow, man.
Right. Oh, great stuff. Taste of our BBC Introducing Live Lounge next week from Brighton. This is Lemon Sucker and Dead Disco. They say on the surface it's a disco punk spin on a macabre story about a nightclub where the attendees get squashed, or it could just be a nod to 1979. They say times were better back then.